Now I had started off with just a stick of butter, and then I have a cream of mushroom soup, and then I just have some regular sour cream. I'm probably gonna use a little bit over half of it, and it's been sitting out, so it was already kind of liquidy, so it was kind of just ready to go. And I'm just gonna pour me a little bit of milk into the can. Just get all of that out of there. So once I do that, let me get my other stuff. I'm gonna think I can turn up the temperature a little bit. Now when you add all of this stuff in, like the sour cream and the cream of mushroom, you just want to make sure to just kind of stir it up so everything can just kind of get blended together. And then I have a half a block of Velveeta. I had that in the freezer, so we just took it out. So I should have tried to cut that up a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. I'll just cut it up because it was kind of soft. I had just went and set it outside so it could go ahead and thaw out. Trying to see. Okay, turn that temperature up a little bit just so everything can get hot, and then if you just need to adjust the temperature back down, you can, but I just want to get everything hot so it'll start getting incorporated. I think I might just add just a little bit more milk. When you're adding milk to your stuff, you want to start adding it before your liquid gets too hot, because if you add the milk to hot liquid, you can make your milk curdle. So I just try to always kind of put everything in the pot at the same time so everything can just kind of get heated. So I'm just gonna let this cook for a little bit to where everything gets melted and gets incorporated. And so I will see you in a minute, and then we will go over what the next steps are. Okay guys, now I just let that cook down for a few minutes and kept stirring it. Next, I'm just coming in with just a little bit of sugar. This is definitely not something that you have to do. I like to put sugar in my macaroni and cheese because sometimes the cheese in the macaroni and cheese is too sharp. So I use some sugar to cut it. Next, I have some sliced Gouda that I'm going to add. And it has truly been melting. I should have done this beforehand, but hey, whatever. These little papers is just all greasy, but at least I know that it'll these cheese slices is gonna melt real good in here. Don't have to be worried about that. So I'm adding the Gouda, and I get the Gouda in the slices because I've never really seen Gouda shredded. So I just buy it in slices and then just add it. You will thank me later because Gouda in your mac and cheese is so delicious. I'm gonna just get this stirred up real good. I had turned the temperature down on it because I really didn't want it cooking too fast, so I just turned it down. And then next, I have some Havarti. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the little papers off of here, all of them. But it's good that I did let them sit out, because that means that it won't take that long for them to melt into the sauce. So it's okay. I'm glad I kind of did leave them out, because then that way they will go ahead and melt in here. But when you're cooking for your family, you can always use whatever ingredients you know that you guys like. I just really like Havarti and Gouda cheese, and I always have it on hand sliced. So one time I just was like, oh, I think I'm gonna put that in the base, and oh my goodness, this macaroni and cheese was so good. So it's just like, now, okay, that's just what I'll use for my base. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this incorporated and just let these cheeses melt. This sauce is super hot. Don't want to get burned, because sometimes that stuff be popping up, and ooh, if you get popped with that hot thick liquid, oh, that just be a burn that hurts so bad. And it just seemed like it stay forever, because you can't get it off of you. So it's like, oh goodness, just be careful. So that's just coming along good. And really, I do not season my macaroni and cheese. I think that all the cheeses and everything else that you add to it has its own like unique flavors. So I don't, the only thing that I add is black pepper, and I am heavy on the pepper. I'm going to have to get us a shaker, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be all day trying to add some black pepper to this. So but you know, I always tell you guys, when you're cooking for you and your family, now to be honest with you, I would have added way more pepper than that had I had a shaker, but I don't have a shaker. So I'm just trying to get this done so I can go ahead and get this in the oven. I got somebody side eyeing me right now watching, because he, like, my counterpart was like, oh, when the mac and cheese gonna be done? So I'm like, let me hurry up and get this done. Now see, some just did pop on me, and that mess hurts. Now next, I'm just gonna add the macaroni. I really barely cooked this. I should have ran some water on it so I could have loosened this up, but I'm using my hands today. Oh, I'm so sorry. I do this to him all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're gonna love this part.
Oh well. Whatever is on my hands, the hot gonna kill it. Hot liquid, hot oven, will be okay. Nobody was harmed in the making of this video. Now, really, to be honest, you guys, I would have just definitely went ahead and re-rinsed it again and just loosened it up, so that way it would have just been loose and it would have just fell in the sauce. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is be getting it in the pan, and then I'll show you guys the next step. So I will see you in a minute. You see that ooey goodness hanging on, is hanging on. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a layer of just the regular Mexican cheese blend. You can use whatever blend cheese you like. I always tell you guys that when you're cooking for your family, you make what you know you guys like. So I'm just gonna do 2 layers, and then I will actually, this pot is hot, so I'm not trying to put my arm in front of it. Cover the top with some foil and get this last little bit of stuff. See, that quick it started sticking to the dang on bottom, so I'm glad I hurried up and got it off the fire. And another thing, I don't know if I had mentioned to you guys, you know, when you're cooking your pasta, barely cook it. These noodles were still really hard when I got done, but I wasn't worried about it. This pot is too heavy. I'm trying to let you guys get the full experience, but I can't get burned trying to give you guys the experience. So it's like, okay, I think that's good enough. I done got it all up here. I'm gonna have to wipe that. I'm gonna get this covered and put this on in the oven at 350, and I actually am gonna turn the oven down because it's so hot out here. I think it's affecting the temperature in here too. So I noticed that stuff is cooking a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this covered with the foil and then pop this in the oven probably for about 40 minutes or so. And then once I come back, I'll let you know the exact time that I cooked it. So I will see you in a minute. Okay guys, I just took this out the oven and literally you still see his bubbling. It's like all this ooey goodness. Like, oh my goodness. The tasty bam. That's what you call mac and cheese. Oh yes, 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 yes. So this was made by special request from my boo. So he's gonna be my taste tester. And be careful because that is really hot. The chicken hot, the mac and cheese is hot. Oh Lord.
I know, I can see
He gonna be like you with the sugar.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I don't want to burn myself like that because that sugar is hot. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. It's hot, but it's good.
hot.
Let me see, this chicken still.
Ooh. And I had soaked the chicken in buttermilk today. That is my first time. And when I tell you that chicken is so pretty and golden brown, look at him. He over here like tearing it up. But so from now on, when I make chicken, I will be doing a soak in the buttermilk. It really does help the chicken to cook up just so much better. It is just like, that chicken is beautiful. It's almost so beautiful you don't even want to eat it. I'm like, that chicken looks really good. So that's my first time trying it with a buttermilk, but this is definitely my staple macaroni and cheese. You guys can always tweak it however you guys want to tweak it and make it your own. So you guys definitely need to give this a try. So until next time, bye.